Hello, YouTube. For decades, I have investigated the paranormal phenomena of Lake Baikal, the so-called swimmers, underwater humanoids acting at incredible depth without any breathing apparatus, and of course UFOs, USOs, and much more. It's really a happening place when it comes to paranormal phenomena. But unfortunately, not only paranormal. And that's what I want to talk to you about today, because I like to cover this area as much as possible and tell people in the West and other parts of the world not familiar with the Baikal situation. I'd like to tell you more so you understand what is going on. In the areas adjacent to Lake Baikal, it's possible to create a reservation modeled on the Indian ones in the United States. And this was stated by Galina Arsenyeva, a member of the Public Council of Representatives of the Baikal regions under the head of Buryatia. According to her, such an initiative is one of the options for solving the situation with the Baikal legal anomaly. Arsenyeva explained that due to the special protected status of the lake and legal conflicts, local residents do not have many things. For example, private property. In such a reservation, the Russian state could pay the citizens for accommodation and they would keep Lake Baikal clean and remove garbage, she believes. The situation with settlements located in the central ecological zone of the Baikal Natural Territory is called the Baikal Legal Anomaly. There is a special legislation in force in this territory. In addition, there are numerous legal conflicts due to the changes in the forest, land, and water codes of Russia. All this leads to the fact that in this area, for example, private property is prohibited. It is impossible to repair roads and build new ones. The situation affects or impacts about 140,000 people in the Irkutsk region and Buryatia, contributing to the outflow of the local population. And when they outflow, with them go away legends and stories, civilization, rituals, you name it. And you can find more about it in my videos about Buryatia and Lake Baikal. It's a really precious part of the planet Earth. By the way, prior to this, the head of Buryatia, Alexei Tsedenov, said that the Baikal should be an accessible place for tourists, including so-called wild ones, not in organized tours. But it is necessary to create conditions for visiting. Well, people are driven to despair. So what is this Baikal legal anomaly? Back in the summer of 2023, by the way, at the end of August, a delegation from Moscow headed by Dmitry Kobylkin, chairman of the State Duma Committee on Ecology, Natural Resources, and Environmental Protection, inspected the facilities of the ecological and socio-economic infrastructure of the Baikal Natural Territory, and also took part in a debate on whether amendments to the law of on the protection of the Lake Baikal would be useful. Well, the problem is that due to the high seismic activity on southern Baikal, there's a constant risk of mudslides and the flushing of 6 million tons of toxic BCF waste directly into the lake. Local residents complain that they cannot build houses. Many leave the area to work in other regions. Flooding, fire risks, the inability to properly bury deceased, difficulties with heating, construction of sewage treatment plants, linear and household infrastructure, all these troubles are facing the inhabitants of the local villages. And I am not sure if the aliens lurking at the bottom of Lake Baikal can solve all of the ecological problems that the locals are facing. And of course, people in other parts of Russia, Eurasia, and the entire world. It's not limited to just one place. So this is adding to the picture I've been painting for decades about Lake Baikal and what's going on there. But I would really hate to see the local population disappear in other regions of Russia, and the entire civilization could be lost. As for this idea about the Indian reservations, well, people are driven to despair and are finding out if there are other solutions. Thank you for your attention to my work. If you like my work, please kindly support me through the. You will find in the description to this video. Please like my videos. Please tell others about my work. Thank you.